Hello, Mary? You're muted. You're muted.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, my nerves. Okay, I just sent that to my friend. So there should be at least 3 of us. I can't type the word thanks. Hold on. Don't record this for God's sake. It's just me rattling on.
Oh, this is live. This is live and being recorded and currently being streamed to Facebook and YouTube.
Thanks for telling me that. Hello, people. I'm trying to see. We are STA. One moment, people. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Okay. I didn't get a chance to post it on the Facebook group, but I'm assuming somebody else did that. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no.
Oh, well. It'll be live on the Facebook group in a moment.
Okay. Zoom user. Is Zoom user Gina?
They have to change their name.
Oh. She's just downloaded the program today. I have to see if she's okay. Hi. I'm going to start in a minute because something else is going to start at 7:45 and I have 40 minutes. So there's at least 3 of us.
Well, plus people watching on
Plus
Facebook
people
Live.
watching. Okay. I'm going to share my screen because my screen is what has the PowerPoint presentation on it.
I'm going to mute me.
Hmm?
I'm muting myself because I'm just here for the technical side of stuff. Bye.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Well, and to watch too. Bye.
Okay. Hello, people. Isn't technology fun except when it isn't? Okay. Zoom. Hello, people. My name is Mary Farrell, and I am attempting to do a Zoom presentation, which decided it's going to turn itself into a little tiny thing, which I don't know how to make it bigger. There you go, exit minimize video. I am going to go share screen. I'm going to go advanced portion of screen. Basic screen. I'm going to share this right here. Okay. I got to open up this presentation here now for a second. Okay. Right on. Share screen. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now sharing my PowerPoint presentation screen. Jeff, I'm assuming you can hear me. You can hear me. And everybody else can watch. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mary Farrell, and I'm doing a presentation tonight on Star Trek Picard, first season. I'm going to share my screen here now and do the, there you go. Hopefully people can hear me. Jeff, can you let me know if people can hear me?
Yeah, you're fine, Mary. I can hear you.
Okay, fabulous. Hey, Gina Mooney. No.
Hello.
Okay, that is my clone daughter. I am not explaining that. She's just my clone daughter. Welcome to Star Trek Picard. You're not going to see me. I'm going to see if I could turn myself off or whatever. Anyway, you don't need to see me. This is Star Trek Picard, first season analysis. What went right? What went wrong? What's with all the swearing? There's a lot of swearing in this. I'm going to put it on because I have 30 minutes to do slides and things. So this is the first season of Star Trek Picard, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do some analysis today. Jump right in. If you need to speak to me, Legal disclaimers. I don't own any of this. I stole this off another site except for the last two. Don't sue me. I have no money. I don't own any of this. I'm just a fan. I'm not making money off this. I just like it. Okay. I'm not going to do everyone. You can go on the internet all over the place and get a in-depth analysis of all 10 episodes. I just put it up there to let people know. I don't own any of just 10 episodes. They were fabulous. The first 5 episodes you see here is kind of like getting the band together. This is where he finds one of the clones. This is where he finds Raffi. This is where he finds the pilot. This is where he finds the young Romulan dude, and on and on and on. So basically, it's only 10 episodes, even though it felt like it was much longer. Okay. Main cast, also an extremely cool picture. I decided to put it up. So, Star Trek Picard, all about Jean-Luc Picard. Oh, Captain, my Captain, as Whoopi Goldberg once introduced him on The View. Great. You will notice here that they did take a little bit of analysis and decide they were going to Photoshop his face and all that. I'm sure he has more wrinkles than that, but it's still a great shot of him. And I took these screens from the Amazon original page. Anybody else? Anybody who wants to speak up and has any questions or anything as we go along? I'm taking questions as we go along. I'm also taking questions at the end. Okay. This is Soji and Asha. Now, Asha was only in the first episode, and bizarrely enough, we're not used to seeing our main characters killed, but she was killed off the end of the first episode. Oh, I should have a spoiler warning, but then again, if you're at this point, you probably realize that things are going to be spoiled. Ooh, if I back up, you can't see me. Cool. So this is the wonderful actress who played both roles. This is Rafaela Raffi Musqueter. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that last name, who threatened Picard when he first went to see her. You didn't really know their relationship in the beginning. If you hadn't read that comic, I'll have more on the comic as we go through. She was his second in command during the Romulan evacuation, and then when he quit, she kind of lost her way. She has a substance abuse problem. I know she drinks, and I know she was smoking or vaping or huffing. I'm not quite sure what I was doing, but anyway, that's a great shot of her there. This is Chris Rios. He is, I've heard him described as the Han Solo of the group, the rogue, thief, pilot with his own ship, smuggler, and 5 emergency holograms. Now, some people love the holograms, some people hate the holograms. I'm going to admit somebody is waiting in this room here now. Again, we're talking about Chris Rios, the pilot. Some love the holograms, some hate them. Do you like them? Sound off? Let me know. Do they drive you nuts with all the different accents? Oh, they were very helpful getting all the pieces together to find out what happened when with him and his commanding officer, his captain. Dr. Agnes Geordi, who was the airman, was the person who took on the ship, who went on the ship for the first time, didn't know she was going to get space sick. She was our Mary Sue until she wasn't. Until that episode, the 5th episode, where she turned the tables and she shot her former lover. Nobody saw that coming. It's very interesting, kind of a twist there, and you didn't know what was going on, whether she was bad, whether she was messed up. Turns out she was messed up. But she was my favorite character, and then she wasn't, and then she came back to being my favorite character. Kind of thought the relationship between her and this guy over here might have been a little, really? You're doing that now? Okay. But there you go, Dr. Agnes Geordi. Elnor, Legolas Light. Do we love him? Do we hate him? Do we think he's a faux elf? He's in space. Does he drive you nuts when he's supposed to be the comic relief? Does he drive you insane? Again, you want to jump in? Comment in the comments. I can't read the comments next. I'm doing the presentation. I will answer them later. Unmute your mic. Jump in, comment. How do you feel about it? Do you like him? Do you hate him? But 7 of 9. Dr. Agnes Geordi. New hair, still the same implants, I believe. New outfit. There's a great interview with Jerry Ryan, who says she did not know how to play. She did not have the feeling for 7 of 9. And she went in and she did not know how to play her. And then she finally realized she was talking to one of the guys in charge, or people in charge, and they said, and she got the idea, play her like she's trying to be more human. You know, she uses contradictions, she swears. She is trying to be more human after all these years. She kicks ass. Narek, he needs his ass kicked. He's probably the character that I dislike the most. I know he's supposed to be the bad boy and all this business, but I'm assuming he's supposed to have some redeeming characters on this. I'm assuming. I don't see them. Maybe he's everybody's favorite character. Maybe he's not. I don't know. He's not my particular favorite, but there you go. Recurring or important characters. Some of these characters aren't recurring, but they're important enough to mention. It is a season of Data. Data permeates every aspect of this, whether you're talking about him, whether you're talking about his daughters, whether you're talking about the whole creation of a race of synths that his half-brother, Dr. Noonan Singh's son, which, by the way, was shoehorned in and not mentioned anywhere. You met you met his wife. His wife called him her son. Oh, all of a sudden there's another son who looks just like Data. Ouch. Okay. It was a season of Data. He was in every aspect of it. He started it, he ended it. What did you think about this? Did you think Brent Spiner was necessary in it as much as he was? Do you think he should have been in it more? What did you think of the makeup? Did you think the makeup held up? Aging process. He obviously wasn't the Data from 1989 to 1994. Let me know. You played by the same actor. He paid those. If you, no pun intended, are not familiar with this on Star Trek Next Generation, he was a Borg that Picard rescued, and you will see that he did have some implants. It was great to see the actor come back and portray the character. Didn't like the way he died, but there you go. It was very dramatic. It was almost, necessary for the shock. Played by the same actor. Icheb, not played by the same actor. Played actually by 3 different actors. Right here, you see the original Icheb. Icheb. Next, right here, you're going to see, apparently there was a flash forward thing on Voyager where this is the little girl that was grown up, who was born on Voyager. It was somebody flashed forward at Chakotay, I'm not really sure who it was, and saw Icheb and the girl grown up, and they had to save the ship. Actor number 2. Actor number 3. This is the one that Seven found in agony. His implants gone. He was dying, and she had to put him out of her misery. Described today as interview I was looking at as probably the first time Seven really let go of all of her emotions. Now, again, played by 3 different actors. Dr. Bruce Maddox. I didn't realize this during when I watched the series, but Dr. Bruce Maddox was the doctor in the episode The Measure of a Man in the, I want to say 6th episode of season 2 as interviewer. He was the one who was Data's trial. He put them on trial to see whether or not he was a sentient human being. Poor Riker had to be the prosecution. This was the gentleman. Now, according to Star Trek lore, apparently he kept in contact with Data throughout the years. This is the gentleman as how he was portrayed in the couple of episodes during the Star Trek. I'm going to try to move this. There you go. During the Star Trek Picard episode, where you see him in flashback, and you also see him when he is dispatched by our dear Agnes. William and Deanna. Fabulous. A little bit of trivia. This lovely wig you see Deanna wearing, because apparently the wig she wore in 18 years ago in the very last movie, Star Trek Nemesis. Here is William Riker. Now, he was, of course, the actor. He does a lot of mostly Deanna. He does fabulous directing now, and he was scheduled to direct long before they asked him to play William Riker. He was directing episodes of Star Trek Picard. So they jumped in and they said, oh, but yeah, by the way, we would like you to come back and play William Riker. Apparently, according to an interview I saw with him, Brent Spiner, and by Will Wheaton, he was terrified. This gentleman he could see was on point, was doing fantastic. The lovely lady you see, Marina Sirtis, had just come off a West End play in Britain, and he hadn't acted in a while, and he was not comfortable. He had to jump in and try to figure out what he was doing. But there you go. He looks good. She looks good. Yeah, Riker got kind of poofy, but there you go. Laris and Zaban. I hope I'm saying that right. These are the two Romulans who were in the Secret Society who ended up working on the vineyard for Jean-Luc. Now, I did not read the comic. I only heard about the comic recently that told the backstory of the two of them. When Jean-Luc was trying to evacuate the different planets, the Romulus, he was trying to evacuate other planets that were going to be destroyed as well. He went on one. These two people were working in a vineyard with what they considered a lower alien race. He was trying to get everybody off the planet. The Romulans were there, were like, oh, well, you can evacuate us, but you know, this is a lower race and we don't care about them. These two people were trying to help the captain, but they were actually the members of the Secret Society, which they ended up fighting later. And their whole thing was they were going to steal his ship. But they were working with these lower aliens, for a number of years, and they kind of developed feeling for them. So at the last minute, they ended up helping them, being completely disowned by their own government, by their own planet, and ended up, actually, they were running a vineyard on that planet. So Picard said to them, oh, come with me. And oh, by the way, do you know anything about vineyards? So this is how the two of them ended up on Picard's vineyard. I did not know that. Now, Lieutenant Rizzo, aka Narissa. Okay, here's a lovely thing about them. Talk about the warped sibling relationships. Okay, she's got kind of pointy ears here, but you see down the end she doesn't. This is when she was Lieutenant Rizzo. I've heard her called Narissa Rizzo, but obviously her last name probably isn't Rizzo. Eyebrows different. She's a character. There was you hate her in the beginning. You kind of understand she did what she did, but she hates all synths, and she really messed with this guy's mind. Ish dead. Somebody said that I will talk again about his storyline was not wrapped up. I will talk about that in a little while, because his storyline was not wrapped up because they actually ran out of time. Powers That Be did an interview. I don't know, was the creator, the manager, the director, whatever, came out and said, oh yeah, we didn't do that. We kind of left everybody hanging. Sorry. And yeah, he was, his storyline was left hanging. He does not know that 7 and 9 killed a sister yet. And it was like, oh, so she's dead. Like, she keeps coming back. I don't assume she's dead until, you see the body. Head of Starfleet Security, Commander O. I thought she was Romulan all the way through. I spent the entire series going until relieved. Like, there's a Romulan, don't they realize she's, like, what's on the go? Then, of course, she was half Romulan, half Vulcan, supposedly, and she was the head of Starfleet Security. I guess that commander, or the lady who, the general, or I can't remember her name now, I should have put a picture over here, who got upset at Picard is eating crow now, because this was like her second in command, and she's the one who told her all about Picard. My questions. What happened to Narek? What happened to Narek was they ran out of time. Supposedly, according to their plan, he was supposed to be taken into Starfleet custody. Now, they didn't have time to do this. So the question is it going to go like that? Are they going to change it? They don't know. We don't know. We don't know what they're going to do. He wasn't shown. He just kind of disappeared. It was a thread everyone was talking about. What happened to Narek? What they're going to do? Is he going to be in Starfleet custody? Did he get away? We don't know yet. There was one little scene with them holding hands as they panned across the ship. The relationship, 7 of 9 and Rafi, just thrown in there. If you blink, you miss it. There's several videos if you go back and see. Yep, they're holding hands, they're looking at each other. Let's see what happens. Another question which I read an interview about today. Is Agnes going to turn herself in? That was the plan. She realized she was under the control of whatever this vision that she saw herself in. She had planned to turn herself in. That was the plan all along when she came to herself and realized. Is it still going to happen? We don't know. Will the synthetic life forms you see, and I thought they really came through the wormhole, but I'm told they just stuck their little tentacles in and no, that didn't work. Will the synthetic life forms return a la the Borg? Good question. They know that there's a whole planet of synthetic life forms out there now. Are they going to try to make contact with them? Presumably they have the coordinates. Do they? Do they not? We don't know. Who will be in season 2 besides Guinan? And a fabulous video. If you get a chance to go to YouTube and see the video, there's a video of the view of Picard, of our lovely captain, asking Guinan to Jean-Luc Picard to asking Guinan, Whoopi Goldberg, to be in season 2. It was so great. It took her by surprise. It was wonderful. They mentioned Geordi and Worf by name. So are they going to be in it? Is Wesley going to be in it? Is Beverly going to be in it? Is Beverly going to be his ex-wife in this timeline? We don't know. Synthetic Picard. No superpowers. Really? They took they put him into supposedly a synthetic body. They didn't make the synthetic body easier. Superpowers, strength, easier to, or harder to hurt. Now, I can take some questions of anybody who has them on the Zoom. I can go look on, if you would like, can go look on the Avalon Expo Facebook thing and answer any questions. If you have questions, if you just want to discuss, I will go after this and pop in and see if you have any questions. Maybe I have some questions for you. Maybe you know more about this than I do. Entirely possible. I would like to thank you for your attention today. And I hope I'm on a headset for the first time, so let's see how this comes out. This is my, about 20 minutes there now. I said 20 minutes. I will pop on now and see if there's any questions and any things if you want to drop in. Please, by all means, jump in, have any questions. If you want to talk about it, I'd love to have discussion about it. If any of the people on the Zoom want to jump in and have any questions? I can hear you.
No, I'm not. Well, no, I'm not going to join in. But I just want to say, you did a fantastic job.
You. Yeah, she's a ringer. I made her come. She's a ringer, but that's okay.
No, we've watched this show together every episode, and every episode we were basically watching it, going, "What's going to happen? Why is this?"
She's crazy. My watching buddy. We watch together, but that's okay.
We've watched
Zoom, and now we have to watch just some of other shows together. And half the time we miss things because we're texting each other.
So there you go. Or texting and laughing at the lines.
Or laughing at the lines. She's my watching buddy.
There you go. You know my feelings about, Agnes. I hated her.
She does.
I don't like her.
Agnes.
Did not like her one bit.
Do you find she redeemed herself at all towards the end?
Not really. I think she just did it to save her own skin, and I don't know. I didn't like her character at all. Okay. You know that I like the pilot. He's my Lancelot. You know that.
He does, because apparently he played Lancelot in
Merlin on BC.
And he also played something in one of the Three Musketeers, she tells me.
Yeah, I think it was Artemis. I can't really remember.
Okay.
But yeah.
I did not watch either one of these, but apparently, according to the lovely lady whose voice you were hearing, who wishes to remain anonymous because she just says Zoom user.
No, I'm not. I just don't want to put my video on because,
Okay, I'm
It's
stopping
Friday.
the sharing of the video right now, and I'm going back here. You like this? Okay, there's one other thing I have to show you, is that I'm going to go in and change something here right now. I'm going to turn off my virtual background for one reason only, is that I would like to show everyone my Star Trek communicator badge, which I purchased in the late 80s, early 90s for an exorbitant sum for me back then because I'm a total complete freak. So there you go. This is quite heavy. It has 2 pins on the back here. Before they redesigned the communicator, it made them redundant. But there you go. This is my official Paramount Star Trek communicator.
Mary,
Yes.
there's no video.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
there's
say
no
we can't
video?
see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And also,
Oh,
when
hold
you
on now.
will me,
There you
Star
go.
Trek
will
video.
me.
Okay. One more time for the cheap sheets. Sheets? This is what
You
happens when you don't speak
never
to
told
someone
me
before.
you had this.
I never told. Yeah, well, I guess I have some surprises. I'll put it in the wheel along with the Star Trek glasses. She thinks she's getting my Star Trek glasses, ladies and gentlemen. Bidding starts at. I will be taking bids in the comments. My lovely communicator on this
I
side.
love that.
There you go. Love it. It's 2 pins. It's quite heavy, and I paid much more than I should have paid for it because I loved it so much back in the 80s, so I could watch it. Then they changed the communicator, and now it's different. Okay.
Yeah, I hate that design. The circle on the back. I always like the two bars.
I'm going to stop my video now because nobody needs to see me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my presentation. It was about 20 minutes. I will, when they close this, I will jump over to the AvX or the
Hi, Mary.
Facebook Live. Yes.
Yeah, people have watched on Facebook Live, and there've been some comments. Someone, John
Okay.
just said, "Great job on this."
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
I will pop
excellent.
in after that and see if there's anybody has any questions for me or just comments. I will take cheap applause. I will take anything. From Jeff to everyone, I have my mic muted. There are people watching. There you go. Okay, so there you go. I will thank you for that applause, my lovely little plant.
There's just a delay to the Facebook Live, like a significant delay, so people react to anything you say, like long after
Okay.
you left it.
Well, fabulous. Well, there you go. I'm going to stop now, and because there's something else going on at 7:45, and I'm sure Jeff has things to do.
Okay, well, I want to say congratulations, Mama. That was a good presentation.
Thank you, Commodore.
I shall talk to you later.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Jeff, you can close it anytime you want, and then I will wait a little bit and then go see if I can talk to people or answer questions.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing this. This was great, and people have enjoyed it. And I will end the
Thank you very much.
video. Bye.
Bye-bye.